pictures, which they later watermarked and uploaded to YouTube. So this is one of my favorite songs, is the Jimmy Hill songs. Jimmy Hill was an alias used by an unknown person who claimed to be the original creator of Sonic Chew and Rose Chew. He claimed he was going to release the comic to Europe in September, which obviously didn't happen. Jimmy's version of Sonic Chew was gay, with Blake and Rose Chew as his gal pal. Also included was Mary Lee Walsh as his mother. Jimmy also sold official merchandise, calling him being a muscle bra for geriatric females and overweight men who are uncertain about their sexuality. So, let's talk about Clyde Cash. By a show of hands, who knows about Clyde Cash? All right. So, alias was Greg Mays. Clyde Cash is considered to be the most notorious of Chris's trolls, even to this day. Still talked about all the time. Clyde had sworn revenge on Chris after he announced he'd no longer update Sonic Chew comics, and it led to his brother Ryan committing suicide. Now remember, guys, this is a troll. This isn't a real person. So Ryan was distressed at not knowing whether or not Crystal would escape from the dark mirror hole in the Sonic Chew comic. So, little graphic, but then again, remember this did not actually happen. Clyde admitted to raping the non-existent Panda Halo, who we talked about in the later part of the songs, as his first act against Chris. Chris believed Clyde and Panda got married and had a 1-cent daughter named Penny. Clyde then posed as Greg Mays, a web designer for Nintendo, as an attempt to get control of the SonicShoe.net. It ended up working. So they had control of SonicShoe.net.
This is a curse. This is a cursed aesthetic.
It really is, sorry.
No, listen.
You apologize.
You're in the front.
I'm sorry?
You have to give me the hat now.
Are you sure?
Alright, I wish to live in the curse. If you wish to carry this curse with you, it's okay.
I'm sorry. I'm all good.
Pretty good looking guy.
I don't know.
Chris went on to SonicShoe.info after Clyde, working with another troll deleted SonicShoe.net. This did not last long, as Clyde helped Panda Halo managed to gain access again. SonicShoe.net was controlled by. Around the same time, Kashi, Kazuka, and Jay-Z, a lawyer from Nintendo, Jay-Z, a lawyer from Nintendo, began work on their Animal Crossing game project. Clyde, then posing as Shigeru Miyamoto, sabotaged any chances of the project happening. So unfortunately, we won't see Sonic Chew and Animal Crossing anytime soon, but there's still hope for the future, right? Let's talk about the crazy Panda Halo songs. This is Chris's true and honest sweetheart from 2008 to 2009. She lived in southern Australia until her death caused by a wildfire. So, just to throw my opinion here, I really didn't like Panda Halo too much because I feel she was a little verbally abusive with Chris and often tried to get him to perform weird sex acts. should be mentioned, she obtained the first footage of Chris masturbating and the audio recording of him explaining his sexual desires. So, him and Gala Saga also ran parallel to the Blanca Saga.
I got what I need to go. I'm out. I got shit to do.
It's a little short, but here's the Miyamoto Sagas as well.
Don't let people be assholes, okay?
So there isn't a lot to say about it. As stated before, it's tied for and there's a lot of emails exchanged back and forth between Miyamoto and Chris about making Sonic shows.
They didn't know this.
This all ended on February 10th when Chris got a letter from Mike Chandler realizing
I have dark affiliation, but I'm still a nice person.
it's a little sad because I would love to see Sonic show appear in at least one game. Right?
That looks like your boyfriend.
Kinda doesn't know what they're missing. So the Julie Saga. Who knows about the Julie Saga? Alright. So, Julie, better known as Blue Spike, was a 13-year-old boy, posing as yet again another one of Chris's sweethearts. Julie first showed up on IRC in December, suggesting the tour of Chris's house. Chris had promised his virginity to both Panda and Julie at the same time. And this infuriated Julie, who threatened to end her life. She would end up moving to Ohio to live with relatives. So Blue Spike is considered one of the more controversial trolls. He spent a lot of time as Julie having phone sex with Chris. Yeah. Not my favorite. So the infamous video of Chris having sex with a blow-up doll was created at the same time. And then Chris is heard shouting, Julie! Julie! It's one of the most recognized and famous events to ever take place in Chris's history. So the Ivy Sagas. In 2007, Ivy asked Christine for a video shout-outs from press and friends.
The Ivy Saga.
Ivy would bring out a weird level of crazy for Christine and led to the creepiest saga to date. In April, Rocky Shoemaker, assistant pastor, would encourage Chris and his family to go to the cops for one of the trolls. While there, Rocky also asked for a background search on Ivy against Chris's parents' wishes. Uploaded on May 1st, 2009, from like Sweet's Ivy is a video of Chris standing in front of this camera, talking about all the things him and Ivy would do during her visit. And I actually have the video here for you guys to view.
That's what they all say.
Hey, Ivy. I brought a video for you. Oh, we're going to have so much fun together when you and I are together. You know, my mommy and I, my family and I will go and meet you at the airport. And you know your choice, so take you to your hotel or bring you back to my house. I mean, you know, we'd be hanging around so much and sharing so many compliments. You know, I know a few good places in Charlottesville, you know. I'll take you, I'll take you there, we'll get some good things to eat, and we'll hang out. We'll have so much fun. So, let's have a good time together. You know, I know a place that serves some great food. Yeah, the cafe in Charlottesville. Good place. Serves good food. And, you know, we can enjoy a movie in the theater or at home or watch that television pretty much. Family Guy! Family Guy! Or, I know what to do. I got the entire series of Gilligan's Island. We can make some music together. Sorry. I'm guitar hero. But you can sing. I got my microphone. I think I'll be drums. Yeah. And you know, I look forward to the eventuality of me having our sex time together. something is something like that. It's for you. Yeah, I know a number of good positions that and you know, I know a number of places to go walk around at, you know, we can walk about the mall, we can walk about the NBA ground, good place for this plenty of green and sunlight. I'll walk and we can walk the Magfest together. Talk about some like how you might like it. You might walk your Magfest. So, you know, wonderful memories, so wonderful memories. We got lots of fun. I'm gonna just keep everything, show you a good time. We're having a good time. And I promise I'll remain your good boy forever and for always. And again, my friends I've been talking to between on the internet and real life, my real friends, they can vouch for me on how good a boy I have been. Being a good boy, just be Ivy. I love you so much. I love you so much. Look at me, fine. It's good. Because I love you, Ivy. I love you so much. I ran out of time. I don't know, I guess I'll sing you a song. It's the job of yesterday with Ivy. Ivy makes my heart so light. Oh, happiness is an all-rounder. The daffodils are smiling at the dove. When I feel my hand, I feel so good. My heart runs big like a big bright.
Yo, tone deaf.
I like that you chose not to wear that business. I'll work on that. I will work on that.
Do you
Because
realize?
it's the honest truth from my head. From my head. I love you so much.
What the?
I love you.
No. Yeah.
And also to your foreign policeman, I salute him in my Cub Scout salute that I favored for so long.
Yeah, Chris!
This started in April 2009. Last Chris, foolish enough to believe the article Vanessa Hudgens, actress. It's been a long one. So, the actress Vanessa Hudgens wanted to form a relationship. The Vanessa saga was started by a real-life kind of friend by the name Joshua Martinez. Joshua has stated him and Chris used to carpool as children for speech therapy. Joshua is the first person to use an alias to trick Chris into a fake relationship. In the fall of 2007, Josh created Lori Lopez, a boyfriend-free girl, and began messaging Chris. The photos Lori sent him were of Vanessa. boy, guys. So, this is the true and honest Christian channel and creator of Sonic Show. In 2009, Christine announced she was a troll herself who is the complete opposite of the real CWC in an attempt to get the trolls to leave her alone. She was then named Ian Brandon Anderson, or Ian Brandon something. And the real Ian Brandon Anderson was then dubbed Solid.
I'm here till the end, baby. I want selfies with you. I love it. I love it. It's the best.
So, CWC the CWCpedia was set up by the same webmaster as the CW's, the Quickie, whatever. It was set up for Chris as a way to avoid the trolls, but also document his research. On November 19, 2009, the mailbox system was set up for people to ask. It was complete and utter chaos. The trolls started paying for ads of gay porn, Asperger's syndrome, and other things that made Christine very upset. Christine began threatening advertisers. This would lead to the site shutting down twice and the death of Simona Rosechew by an exploding toilet. So the Asperchew saga. So Alex Benson Leary wrote the award-winning series known as Asperchew. Christine is not a fan of Sonic Chew clone with Asperger's. She has threatened Alex quite a number of times as she feels Asperchew is created with the sole purpose to make fun of her. It's no secret Christine hates people with Asperger's, though I don't know if that's still her feelings or not. There's some kind of competition from what the wiki had said, where Christine had felt that people had been on the spectrum. I kind of want to tread lightly around this topic. Knowing Alex created a series about an electric hedgehog with Asperger's didn't sit well with Christine. She became even angrier when the creator started sending Chris emails. Christine, more infuriated, began insulting Alex's work. It didn't help that Alex was also such a humble person and looked up to Chris. So I think the funniest part about the whole situation, just in my opinion, is how much of a polar opposite Asperger was to Sonic Show. Alex would go on to set up a media wiki where you could read already existing comics, send fan mail, and read more about the world of Asperger. And even read other spin-off comics. I believe, what was it? There was one about like, I can't remember any of the ones off the top of my head. I believe it was deleted now. You can't find it anymore. Jack Thaddeus realized Asperger's potential and began advertising it on the CWC. So Christine eventually went on to save Alex's characters from their afflictions in Sonic Chew issue 10 and gave Alex an ultimatum to call Asperchew Bitch Chew. But instead, Alex introduced Mitch Chew as Asperger's gay hairstylist. He also introduced Wisp Chew as well, which is Punchy's slow-minded cousin. Tito would make his first mark by hacking Chris's PlayStation Network account. So, Tito ended up doing like an info dump addressing Christine's spending habits, where we would learn about Christine buying games that she'd never played and purchasing DLCs to games that she had never even owned. Tito also revealed Christine's enthusiasm while using the N-word as a slur towards him. Happened once, and it should also be mentioned that Tito is Hawaiian. so that is your The TV saga also revealed the Wallflowers' identity, though their identities kept secret per agreement as she didn't want anything to do with Christine or the Trolls. The gameplays. The dreaded gameplays.
It's out of business now!
It was out of business since 2014. Christine would visit the gameplays pretty regularly in her early internet days. This is where she met Megan, as well as Lucas and Mims, two people who would deliver a lot about Christine during the time she was there. Michael Snyder, annoyed with Christine's behavior at the time, would go on to ban her in August 2008. This, however, wouldn't be the end of everything. Christine would continue visiting the store, sending Michael's emails, and even making YouTube videos, all in an attempt to get unbanned. The saga would pick up again in 2011. So, October 2011, Christine and his mother would visit the gameplays in yet another attempt to get her unbanned. This time ended in disaster as Christine and Barb would hit Michael with their car. So,
He faked that injury!
cops were involved, and unfortunately, Christine was charged. She had to do a year of community service and attend mandatory psychiatric treatment. She was also responsible for paying Snyder's medical bills. On April 4th, 2013, Christine would make a Facebook post blaming Megan for his ban and claiming she plotted with the gameplays to get Christine banned. She swore revenge on gameplays, but that would be short-lived as it did shut its doors in 2014 for good.
My father had left to us. Yes.
Christine is in the audience with us. Christine, if you are all right, we would love to have you come up front, but that is completely up to you.
Please continue. I'm enjoying listening.
Thank you very much. We're glad to have you.
Thank you.
So let's talk about Sonic Shoe's creation, shall we? Christine created Sonic Shoe back in March of 2000 as a way to get around rules for a project that involved creating an original CD cover with no copyrighted characters. So 5 months later, Christine would go on to create the CWC Sonic Shoe site. Though Christine began drawing comics in August of 2000, it would be over 5 years later before the comic would be completed and released to the internet. And right there is the picture of the CD cover and the first ever Sonic Shoe drawing as well. So let's talk about how Sonic Shoe came to be. So Sonic Shoe's creation would begin with Sonic fighting against the perfect chaos monster. Oh, I accidentally put Sonic Shoe, but that should be Sonic, right? Ah, fuck it. I'm tired. Excuse me. It's after dark, there's no children here.
Yeah. You're okay.
So using the 7 Chaos Emeralds to turn into Super Sonic, Sonic would go on to collide with a Pikachu, watching the chaos unfold. This collision would evolve the Pikachu into Sonic Shoe. Later in the comic, however, it is explained Sonic Shoe came from an egg like the rest of the Sonic Shoe characters. However, Sonic is still Sonic. So it should also be mentioned that there are quite a bit of plot holes in the comic. So we're going to talk about Sonic Shoe's plot. So what can be said about Sonic Shoe's plot? Well, as mentioned before, there are quite a bit of it.
promise.
I look forward to reading the rest of the comic.
Graphic novel, Barnes & Noble, we're doing it!
So, comics early days had a lot of Mary Sue characters and a lot of I can't remember the original character count, but I believe it was over like 100 or so that showed up in the comic to date. So the story first followed a plot of Sonic Chew and Rose Chew up until Sonic Chew issue 2, episode 7. That's when the comic became more heavily centered around Christine and her real-life struggle against the trolls. To say it doesn't make any sense is a little bit of an understatement, but yeah. So the comic is filled with so much nonsense, it's hard to pick apart one specific topic to talk about. So this being the case, I decided to choose one of the more interesting chapters to discuss, since we didn't have that much time to discuss the whole comic. So we're going to discuss Sonic Chew issue number 7.
The time travel!
This is also one of my favorite covers. So this is the 8th installment in the Sonic Chew series. The cover was drawn on the 5th of March, 2007, but the comic would not be complete until around August 20th, 2008. Christine gets trapped in the time void, where she can no longer interact with any of the characters, and at this point, Sonic Chew and Magi-Chan return to November 2nd, 2007, which was the current date of when this all took place. So, episode 15, Time for a Ball. Shortly after the battle with... Wow.
Round knock!
Thank you. So, Chris and Megan returned to the basketball court with Sonic Chew and Magi-Chan to search for the Sonic Chew balls. Magi-Chan claimed the balls are lost in time and space, but he can locate them as long as he can find the person who came into contact with them. So in order to find the Sonic Chew balls, Magi-Chan has to find the person who had come into contact with the Sonic Chew balls. You're welcome.
Oh yeah.
So it should be no surprise that the person who came into contact with the Sonic Chew balls was Christine herself. So Magi-Chan reads Christine's mind and magically pinpoints the exact date and time, which happened to be when Christine was hit in the head with a basketball, only it turned out to be a Sonic Chew ball. This was also how Christine created Bionic.
I still don't really understand.
It happened to me! Don't worry about it!
Michael!
So I want to take time to talk about the Family Guy sketch because I actually find this very, very interesting. So after the part where they had cut from the basketball court, there was a comic thrown in about a Family Guy sketch. So Chris, resembling Peter Griffin in this, is visiting the headquarters of the Ghostbusters. So he heads off in search of the bathroom, but instead ends up in the room the guys use in the cartoon. So for anyone who's seen the Ghostbusters cartoon, you know how they get suited up and they end up in the car and all that. I don't know if any of you have seen the original cartoon. Okay. So the room the guys use in the cartoon to change their uniforms, it's a faithful homage actually, except for the scene with the giant spider webs which weren't drawn. Chris is then dropped into the talking car where the tires blow out from the sudden wave. Christine then explains how this is the bathroom with written next to him, indicating that he may have soiled his pants. She then went on to give Seth MacFarlane permission to use it in a gag for Family Guy, which is where the interesting part comes in, because surprisingly, a gag similar ended up in an episode that was eerily very much similar to Chris's sketch.
Rome to Germany!
So, episode 16 timelines. Now in the past, our heroes watch as Chris of 1996 has a boring, uneventful conversation with his pal Joseph Herring. So, a Sonic 2 ball falls on Christine's head. Sonic 2 quickly snatches it up without being seen as to not cause a rip to top. Christine then returns to 2007. However, Magic Chan and Sonic 2 were deep into a conversation. They didn't realize until it was too late that Chris had missed his stop. So, Magic Chan explains to Sonic 2 Chris was lost, but would return at a random time in the future. Later on, Sonic 2 explains everything to Rose 2 as well. From here, Rose 2 asks Sonic 2 to go back to their place to, quote, do our thing. So, it would then cut again to a meeting of the villains led by Mary Lee Walsh, graduate. So they were announcing Chris's fate to the rest of the villains. In a time void, it appears that the Sonic 2 ball was also absorbed into Chris's arm, giving him visions of his life in and outside of the comic. So, what's Christine up to now?
Magfest!
Question, do you guys want me to go on with this part, or Christine, would you be willing to come up here, actually?
Check 1, 2. Well, let's see. Let's just start with what we got here. January 10th, 2014, yeah, that was the house fire. And lots of things but we didn't lose the art. Yes. Unfortunately, because once I went on top shelf, I did some because he rises.
Yeah. He does rise. Science.
That's right there. There you go. Of your bookcases. Your originals didn't have plastic. Waves, figures, Transformers, and my Megazord, Dragozord, and Titans. From that shopping spree at KB. Anyway, so after that, house fire. State Farm themselves, State Farm Hotel, State Farm got our house renovated. Took like nearly a year to do that, but the very last minute, guess what happened? Because we could not pay the rent for the next month, we really had to rush everything out of the house on December 31st. And boy, was so, we had a few little things left behind. I mean, go back the next day, make sure that these keys still work the lock. But we did. It was all good. Definitely had a few face to face with that manager of that GameStop in Fashion Square.
GameStop sucks anyway.
Yeah.
Hey, Christine, not to sidetrack you, but can I ask your opinion on the recent Sonic game that was just released?
Sonic Forces is awesome. Rabbit ears instead of Pika ears to do something to do like something in mind for Nintendo.
They should get on that.
Yeah.
DLC!
DLC!
DLC! DLC! DLC! DLC!
DLC! More recently, and I've actually been more technically linked to the city of Quickville. But it's bigger than a city. It's a nation! And it's what? When it came from the chaotic rainbow, not only thousands of the basic Siamese and Sonny and Rosie eggs, 69 specials. And that's counting the sign shoot and rose shoot on either end of that rainbow. The rose shoots that are very darn special of Destiny have yet to be made in the book. I'm still learning about them.
So, Christine, where can people read about your next comics?
Pretty much the only place to go right now to get copies of my book until I could find a way to get them published where they're not sabotaged by trolls or bullies or whatever.
Yeah.
It's on my Patreon. You'll definitely find it. It has the lovely drawing of me wearing my glasses. One, two versions that was I had commissioned by the lovely Doogie Duo from Planet Dolan. My person, she's reserved. I don't blame her for blocking me on Twitter. I have a troll following. I'm infamous.
Yeah.
But I think in due time, she might come around. But until then,
I love him so much.
since then she blocked me.
Fucking bitch!
She has no right to block whoever she wishes. I would have done the same thing.
Stop. Too modest, too modest.
Hey, we're not perfect. We're still people. Thank you.
Woo!
I may be a month late, but that's because we had a setback 1 month. I'm still catching up. We're still catching up. It's fine around the house. Believe me, so much stresses. Life after you.
I just love it. Woo! We believe in you!
We want to thank you so much for coming up here. We really appreciate it. And we're ecstatic to have you here.
Say, you're the man. Thank you for doing this.
Thank you. Give an extra round of applause for Christine. So, for those interested in finding out more, or maybe want to look up similar things, we have a few things here to suggest for you. So, did you guys know that somebody's in the works of making a Christian Weston Chandler Adult Chronicle video game? Seriously, I'm not making this up, this is real. Because I never figured out who's making it, because they never mentioned their name. But it'll be exclusive to the 360 and the PC, and right now there is an alpha version 1 released on the site that you can play now. And I have the site right down there if anyone wants to go check it out and play for themselves. The little image I have right there is also from the game. Have any of you ever heard of Justin RPG? So, Justin RPG is another gentleman I'd like to do a panel.
You want to be in the
on.
picture, or do you want to like help me take? All right.
Justin RPG is very, very different from Christine, but
Yeah, why not?
he's very baffling to me, and somebody else I'd like to do a panel on.
Afterwards? Okay. All right. Thank you.
Not much can really be found about it, though
I'll
if
get
you
you
do look
afterwards.
him up, I would use caution, because he has a lot of weird music and poorly written Pokemon fanfics.
Push your arm!
There should be a warning, they're very sexual in nature and deal with some very weird fetishes, so... Shomo's documentary, apologize if I pronounced that wrong, was one of my main sources while making this panel. So this is one of the 4 YouTube videos I'd like to recommend to you all today. Shmo does a very in-depth report about Christine that is not only very insightful but also well put together. In their About section on YouTube, they stated that it was made for a school project, and I really do hope they got an A because it's really, really good. Is that his teacher on the podcast? Really? Lecture. Has everyone here seen this? Awesome. All right. So this is one of my other favorites. So Ben Singh was the maker of this one. I don't know what he's up to nowadays. I believe he does a lot of like either drawing or creative things on YouTube. I forget exactly what he does. So his lecture was one of the first videos on Chris I had ever seen in my life. Ben split up the plot of Sonic Shoe and Christine's life pretty perfectly. His friends in the background also make it quite amusing, as well with their commentary. So the video is about 1 hour and 47 minutes long, but it's well worth the time. So check that out if you want. So this is one of my favorite podcast series right now on YouTube, but let me tell you why. So that consists of Tad, the one in the blue hoodie, and Michael. So they're not really all that popular. I think they're only sitting in at 16,000 subscribers currently on YouTube. They're definitely interesting though. The podcast on Christian happens to be a lot of fun. Listening to it's pretty good. I'll be honest, I've listened to it more than once. It's also pretty great if you're writing a panel and you need some background noise. So it's filled with a lot of humor and they have a lot of charm, so check that one out as well. So last but not least, we're going to talk about the Sonic Shoe animated series. Has anyone here seen it? So before going into that, we have a little audio clip for you guys.
Thank you very much.
Sorry, bother
I feel cheated. It's all good though.
So this is the opening theme for the animated series, guys. Enjoy. for us song-wise that she would like to recommend. I'm going to pass the mic over to Christine for a second, okay?
Magic yourself up there.
Unfortunately, we had some technical difficulties earlier. So, if that theme song didn't get you hyped up, I don't know what will. So, this concludes the end of the panel. I did want to list my sources. I'm sorry, guys. So, yeah, I know.
What's up? You're doing good, doing great.
So we have 7 minutes left. We're willing to take a few questions so we can end on, your correct time. So if anyone has any questions, or maybe Christine would like to come back up and answer some questions.
Get a picture together. Yeah.
Christine,
would you like to come back up and answer some questions?
just a moment. Let me make amends with. Now I've forgotten his name. I have trouble with names sometimes.
My name is
Adam Stackhouse.
My name is Adam Stackhouse. I won a parappa contest once. We're good.
I think we'll catch Christine outside.
Hey, who wants to see Spinal Palm right here? 212 pounds of awesome.
Yeah!
We love you, Christine. Love you, Christine. Bye. I'm just going to grab a selfie.